Let's bring in ABC's Jonathan Karl, who'll be hosting This Week later this morning. John, good morning to you. Always great to have you. So we have this new ABC News-Ipsos poll out this morning. What do the numbers tell us about the state of the race? And did Vice President Harris get much of a bump after the Democratic convention?
Well, Whit, it shows that this race is very steady. Vice President Harris had a bump after she became the nominee, but the numbers are almost unchanged from before the convention. There you see them, 52% for Harris, 46% for Trump. Now, keep in mind, that is just barely outside the margin of error, Whit. And as you well remember, in 2016, Hillary Clinton won the national vote but lost the White House. So that really shows you a race that is very close to statistically tied.
And John, are we seeing any shift in the battleground states?
Same story there in the battleground states. If you look at the 7 states that will really determine who gets elected, you look at there, you see Harris has a slight lead in 6 of the 7 states. But I say slight lead in virtually all of those. This is the 538 polling average. In virtually all of those, it is statistically tied within the margin of error. So again, this race is about as close as it can be, but Democrats are in considerably stronger position than they were when Biden was the nominee.
And so, John, also, what are voters saying about the personal attributes of the candidates and the handling on the big issues?
Well, this really tells the story. If you look in our new poll, you see that Donald Trump has a significant advantage on some of the most important issues for voters. You see immigration and the economy consistently ranking at the top. He has a lead. Harris has eliminated the Republican advantage, at least in our poll, in crime and safety. And, of course, Harris has a big advantage on the issue of abortion. But look at personal attributes. On this, a different story. Harris has a significant advantage over Trump on who people think is physically healthy enough to be president, is honest and trustworthy, understands problems of people like me, and is the mental sharpness to be president. So that tells the story of this essentially statistically tied race. Republicans, Donald Trump has an advantage on some of the key issues. Harris has an advantage on who people actually like personally. And that's where the race is, essentially tied.
Essentially tied and leading up to that pivotal debate in less than a week and a half from now right here on ABC. John, we know you'll be there, and we'll chat with you in just a bit. And remember to tune into This Week later this morning for more details on that ABC News-Ipsos poll. John also speaks with Trump ally Senator Lindsey Graham, plus Colorado Governor Jared Polis about Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign.